Welcome back, everyone, to Final Fantasy VII. Now, before we continue on, I just want to point out, this structure here, this is known as Fort Condor. You can choose to go there if you want. I'm actually going to skip it, because there's really nothing here to do there right now. We will have to go there later on, but we'll worry about that when we get to Disc 2. So, before we move on to the next city, you're going to want to kind of roam around these forests a little bit. First, we gotta kind of deal with these guys.
How the fuck are they just floating there? They're not even flapping their wings. They're not even flapping their wings. That's not how it works.
They're part plane, that's how.
Kinda looks like their models were practically frozen.
They're part plane, that's how. It makes sense.
Ugh.
They even look like such when they're
planes can't even just sit there perpetually. Only helicopters can do that shit.
That is true.
Alright, so this is Aerith's next limit break, Seal Evil. I think this is the first time I showed it off. Seal Evil basically casts silence on the entire enemy party. So they can't cast magics. And then
Peach, take notes.
And then Red 13's Lunatic High. I believe that's the first time we're seeing that as well. Lunatic High raises defense and casts haste on the party. Nice. So that's a nice defensive limit break for him to have. All right, but like I said, pretty much you want to stay in these forests because this is the earliest point that you can do this. So amongst these enemies that you'll be fighting in an enemy with random enemy encounters, basically there's an optional character that I'm going after, and you can only get her you can only encounter her in forests. And because this is the first forest that we're actually in, this is the earliest point in the game that you can get her.
You know, I imagine that this is probably the first forest that Aerith has ever seen. Like, what do you think her thoughts are on this?
Like, oh my god, green.
Speaking of.
Hey, look at the spider on that tree.
Yep.
I don't think Aerith would be scared of spiders. I imagine she'd probably be one of those that want to pick it up. I don't see Aerith being. I honestly don't. I don't see Aerith being a girly girl.
She was like I guess like one with nature, I suppose. So it's like.
Well, not even so much that. Like I just can't see her being a girly girl.
Right.
So I'm so used to Blade Beam. Wait, what level is your party right now? Because I'm so used to Blade Beam one-shotting these guys.
We'll find out once the battle is over. I do not recall.
There we go.
Okay, around level 17.
Okay, that seems about right, I guess.
You know what? Actually, I just imagine Red 13 when he's casting fire. He's just taking he's just chugging like a bunch of lighter fluid, putting his tail in front of his mouth and just spitting.
and then Smokey the Bear comes in.
Yeah. And here we are. Here is our optional character.
Kick her ass.
Mystery Ninja.
She doesn't look very ninja.
I'm lost. I don't know where I am. Oh wait.
Yeah, it's just some poor lost girl. What the fuck are you guys doing? Kicking her ass.
Red 13, attack.
I mean, technically she did attack us first, so.
This is all self-defense.
Nothing to steal. Is that all she does?
Yeah. No, she throws items. She'll throw her shuriken. So it's like, it's actually a very easy fight.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying I'm trying to remember. I'm so used to I'm not gonna mention names because we're about to get to that in a second. But okay, never mind.
Yeah. Like I said, very easy.
How did you win? She didn't even fall.
Now, well, here's the thing. This is such a beginner's trap. because there's so many things that can cause you to actually
on the ground.
lose her. You have to click the right options. You have to do the right things for her to join. Otherwise, if you select the wrong options, she will run away and take some of your money, and you have to go roaming the forest again until you run into her, and you just go rinse and repeat until you can, get to the right options. This also includes do not go to that save point. If you go to that save point, she will run. If you talk to your allies, she will run. So, yeah, I mean, this is such a beginner's trap. Like, if you have no freaking clue, I mean, it's like, yeah, chances are likely you'll lose her very easily. But pretty much, you kind of gotta, like, play to her ego, Because she's saying, oh, I'm so good, you're scared of me, huh? So it's like, you kind of gotta play along with her to, get her to go with you.
Let's hurry on.
It's like, yep, believe it or not, that's actually the option.
We don't have time for formal introductions. We're on a mission.
So here we are. First optional character is Yuffie.
No, this was such a Yuffie was such a whiplash for me when I first saw the story of Final Fantasy VII, because my introduction to Yuffie was Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, because that's the thing is like there's 2 optional characters in this game. Yuffie is one of them, and we will get to the second one way later on down the road.
Yeah, no
but
kidding.
But it's like one of those things like you can easily play through this game and not get the optional characters. The reason you want to get the optional characters is like 1, it's more party options, but 2, it's also the optional characters, their backstories do provide a little bit more to the world building, so you do get some more information about like Shinra and everything through these characters, and for me that's another reason to want to go after them.
Fair enough.
And yeah, Yuffie comes with the throw materia, which I just will say I never fucking use. The throw ability goes back to a bunch of other earlier Final Fantasies. Like if you play Final Fantasy VI, think Shadow. So what throw does is you can when you click it, any like weapon that you have in your inventory, you can throw it and that will cause like that weapon damage. Of course, this means it's a one-time thing. I mean, if you throw the weapon, that's it. The weapon is gone. So, maybe you can find, like, other items that you can throw, like grenades or something that you can just buy en masse. But I never, ever really use that ability. So that's where I'm like, I don't fuck around with it.
I just imagine Yuffie, like, she runs out of shit to throw, so she just finds any other random shit to throw. Cloud sword. Hey!
Alright, so this town that we are in, this is Junon.
Come to think of it, that's the same bullshit with fling with Pokemon. Like, just because you throw it doesn't mean it disappears. Why does it disappear if you throw it?
Yeah.
Should it just be, like, lying on the ground or something? Or is it one of those things where you throw it, the enemy keeps it? No givesies backsies.
It's...
What? Oh, snap.
Oh, okay, for a second I thought Red's routine was referring to the dolphin.
Yes, run straight for the monster.
Yeah, it's like, check out the balls on this little girl. She's running at the monster to get it away from the dolphin.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
she's just face first in the water while we fight this thing.
Alright, so here's basically how Yuffie plays out. Her stats are actually more on the low end, with the exception of speed. She is one of the faster characters in the game, and she's another long-range fighter. All of her weapons are shurikens, so this is the whole front row, back row thing. But her stats are below average, and while her limit breaks, are pretty damn good, there is one limit break that she has that's strictly ground-based. So a flying enemy like this one, it would not take effect. So to me, that's a downside, because that's a limit break that, you can't even hit certain enemies with, and that sucks.
Ugh. Hey.
So yeah, because like I showed previously, this is a flying enemy. So right now,
Somehow.
so Cloud and Red 13 have to use magic to attack it. Yuffie, on the other hand, because she's got a long range weapon, yeah, she can just throw a shuriken and she'll hit it. So it's like Yuffie and Barret are pretty much like, they're good in this fight just because they can just naturally attack it with regular abilities.
Oh, right. Cloud's limit breaks aren't going to work either.
No, Cloud's limit breaks will work.
Do they?
Yeah, for whatever reason, limit breaks work. I have no idea why, but they do.
That's...
It's just regular attacking. Well, even in then, with Cloud's case, because yeah, I've got Blade Beam. I'd really like to imagine this would hit it regardless.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, he's just chucking beams.
Well, isn't Blade Beam an attack that just travels across the ground?
Yeah, basically, Blade Beam, like, you can select one enemy and have it attack, and once it hits that enemy, if there's other enemies, it disperses and attacks the others.
Okay.
Now, this bubble here is very similar to Reno with the pyramid. The bubble will gradually decrease your HP, so in order to get rid of it, you have to cast magic on the bubble, specifically magic. And that will get rid of the bubble.
Or are you just thinking, Yuffie, you have a pointy shuriken. You could always just pop it.
Not that kind of bubble.
What kind of bubble is it?
She was drowning in it.
Oh, so it's purely made of water?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not really a bubble then, is it?
I mean,
It's just a glob of water.
Shut up, BJ.
A bubble is clearly
Don't question
is
it.
air trapped inside a thin layer of water. That is a bubble. It's not a bubble if there's not air inside of it.
Shut up, BJ.
And I'm not counting the air inside Yuffie's head either.
Oh my fucking god. Anyway.
And with that, it is dead. It will always do a big wave, as basically a last-ditch effort before it dies.
That hurts itself too, doesn't it?
Actually, no, not this one.
Oh.
No, I mean,
I must be
really,
thinking
really
of something
terrible if a fish gets hurt by a tidal wave.
I must be thinking of something else then.
I think you're thinking of the boss after Don Corneo.
Okay.
You think she's dead? Well, you left her just face down in the water there for a while.
Yeah, just let her
Yeah.
drown while we fight the creature. I'm sure she'll be fine afterwards.
Nope, she's not breathing. Well,
Well,
just toss her in the ocean.
It's like, oh yeah,
anybody
let's
here
do
knows? Okay, I was about to say.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
anybody know CPR?
Yeah, except the fact that what you should not be doing is CPR, because CPR is what you do when someone has a fucking heart attack, not breathing. Just like it's like, when you're trying to just like, put air into their lungs, that's actually something completely different. CPR is when you're doing chest compressions.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it's like CPR I would not want to do on a little girl that's like on the verge of drowning, but
That's not
Yeah,
stopping
this-
Cloud here.
yeah, but this is annoying mini game, if you can call it that. I mean, it's just you press the square button, let it fill up the lungs, and you just do this several times, and she'll eventually wake up. I kind of hope that this does not show up in the remake, because to me, this is fucking pointless.
Like, the scene itself or the minigame itself?
The minigame.
Okay.
I mean, it's like, if you want to have Cloud, give her mouth-to-mouth and everything, make it like a cinematic or something. Like, actually have it be part of the gameplay or something.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't... It's one of those things, like, I just don't think this is... especially because you kind of have to. I mean, there's no consequence. This isn't like if you sit there and do nothing, you get a game over. So it's like, what's the fucking point,
Okay, yeah, I was actually just about to ask, like, what happens if you fail? Like, does she die?
No, there is no fail in this part. So to me, it's like, I get what they're trying to do. It's like, the QTEs and stuff where it's like, they're trying to make it a little bit more interactive, but it's like, well, if there's no fucking consequence, then it's like, why bother,
Back when I was doing this, I always thought that you had to just... Yeah, back when I was doing this, I thought all you had to do was just get the meter to the very top and then do it, and then it works.
No, it's like, I don't remember. There is like a certain amount of air or something that you have to give her. I don't remember what it is exactly, but it's like they actually did calculate that shit. Like, go to the Final Fantasy wiki and look this up.
I see.
Yep, so Priscilla is up there. Yep, so it's like, okay, we will talk to her later.
Wait, how did this guy know his name? We never disclosed that information.
Well, yeah. Well, technically we did, because like when he was begging for us to do mouth to mouth, both Red 13 and Yuffie were like, "Cloud, do it."
Well, actually, no, it was just Yuffie. Okay, you're right. I mean, Red 13 was just like, I can't.
Yeah, literally, it's like I can put my tail next to her. Maybe that'll wake her up.
I can lick her face. Would that help?
That's actually, you know what? That's actually really sad the way you said that too. Because that actually is something that animals will do if their master or their owner is dying, and they can't do anything about it. They'll just lick them, hoping they wake up.
Oh,
that's actually really sad too.
It is.
Oh,
just use the end of Red 13's tail as a conductor. Clear.
Wait, it's made of fire, not electricity.
Yeah, it's made of fire, not electricity.
Although how fucking badass would that be if you had like a lion beast with an electric tail?
I will
just
point.
Rub his tail against the ground until it causes sparks.
Danny, I will point you to the Thunder Tiger and Okami.
Oh yeah. I remember.
A fucking bow on his back, and he would use his tail to pull down lightning arrows.
I remember.
Hardcore.
I remember.
Motherfucking lightning tiger. Meanwhile, Raiku's over there in the corner crying because everyone forgot about him. Actually, you know what? Actually, it would be funny if they used the bullet materia as a type of defibrillator.
Oh no, that'd be so much worse.
Hey Cloud, are you sure you're able to do this? It's okay. I'm just buzzed. Okay, I think I can help save this girl.
Clear. Shut him out of MP. Give me an elixir.
Give me a shit ton of elixir.
Anyway.
It's like, damn it, Cloud, don't drink it on the job.
Anyway, so what's happening now?
Alright, so now that we spent the night at this old lady's house, apparently. Yep, so now we're just waiting to... Now we're going to talk to everybody. Basically, the way Junon is set up, think very similar to the setup in Midgar. So where we are right now is, I guess you can call this slums, or like the slummy area. Basically, Junon is like the military fort. I mean, it's like, there's the upper area, which is where, like, all the military is at. And, of course, with all the active pollution and everything gets sent down here. So, very similar to the setup in Midgar, just on a much smaller scale.
Alright.
Priscilla has really big fucking feet. Is she wearing flippers? I want to be a dolphin so bad.
Ooh!
Shiva!
When I grow up, I want to be a duck.
And with that, yep, we got the Shiva materia. It's our second summon. Shiva is pretty much a mainstay in the Final Fantasy series. She is the ice summon.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What kind of materia was it?
It's a summon materia. So just like how we can summon Chocomog, we can now summon Shiva.
And Shiva is ice based, correct?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. It's pretty much been a staple. I think since Final Fantasy IV. I'd like to say. I think that was when summons were introduced.
I believe so. Yeah.
Wait, who asked that? Someone asked Cloud. Didn't you finish Rufus off? Did Cloud not tell them that that Rufus got away?
I guess, or maybe that was a translation error.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah, as she walks away in her yellow flipper
Cloud,
feet.
I feel like that's a pretty important detail you probably should have brought up immediately.
Cloud.
No,
I love it. It's like everybody fucking bails. Like, it's like, oh, hey, Cloud, you got this. Everyone fucking bails.
That's what he gets for not telling them that he didn't actually kill Rufus.
That's...
It's just like, no wonder Shinra's still been going on. I was wondering about that.
Translation error.
Priscilla's ballsy. She just recovered from drowning and she's already back here by the ocean.
Yeah, isn't that like a fucking electric conduct, whatever that is? Like one of those.
You're right. There's thunder symbols on that. That's an electric tower.
It's a voltage tower.
Yeah, voltage tower. Yeah.
Why is that in water?
Yeah, so we got another quote-unquote mini-game, if you want to call it that. It's not really a mini-game, but it's one of those interactive features. But basically, yeah, we need to get to the upper section of Junon, and we're gonna use the voltage tower to do it. So how are we gonna do it? We're gonna ride a dolphin.
Does this dolphin have wings?
No, but it does have the power of convenient bullshit.
Oh, Echo the dolphin?
Just hit the circle button twice, and boom, there you go. Now we're at the top.
Okay, seriously, you see the electric currents running down that tower. How is that not dangerous?
Well, here's the thing. If you actually do swim over to that area, it actually will shock you.
No way.
That's not how water works. Water doesn't only conduct a little bit of electricity from where it's coming from. If electricity hits the water, that motherfucker is going all across it.
Nah.
Yeah. But I call bullshit on the dolphin being able to jump that high, not just because it can jump that high, but it's jumping that high in shallow water. I call fucking bullshit on that dolphin.
Also, we completely ignored the high wind.
What? High wind.
Yeah.
The airship?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's the airship of the game that we're not gonna get for another disc.
Fuck.
Yeah, so that pretty much takes care of all that. So join us next time, and we do some infiltration.
Do or something like that.
My thoughts exactly.
Russell, I demand a Final Fantasy VII Metal Gear Solid remix now.
I'm sorry.
Do.